Hey guys, and welcome to yet another overview video. I am here today to finally be able to show you what we have been working on for the last month, and that is the ORJÁNIC set part 1. Some of you may be part 1, what, who, when, where, why. So a little bit of background before I show you. I'm going to show you all of the items. There would be 78 in this first part, but basically we decided we would collaborate again, and we were totally inspired by the new cottage living expansion pack. So yes, these items will look great in Henford and Bagley. No, you do not require cottage living for these to work. They are all base game compatible, first of all. But yeah, we were heavily inspired by the new pack that focuses a lot on cottages, but we wanted to do barns, so this is our spin on it. We had a whole list of stuff we wanted to do, and for some reason, I don't know what we'd been smoking at the time, maybe we took a knock to the head, we thought we could do that in 1 month. And after 2 weeks intensive working, we were like, no, this is never gonna fit, and if we try and make it 1 month, we're just going to feel empty inside and it's going to be a totally incomplete set. So we decided, let's just roll it on to 2 months, and we're going to just do all the items we can possibly manage in that amount of time. So our sets are normally this big and they're normally just 1 month, but this time we're going to have 2 months of sets this large. So yeah, that is the spin. It is available now on Patreon Early Access. There is a link below in the description. There is a special link there because it is available on both of our Patreons now, and so that link tree you can pick between myself or Felix Sanders' Patreon, whoever you choose to join, it's up to you. And yeah, it will be available for public release on the 6th of August. As always, exactly 1 month from the date we release it, it's available to download. So without further ado, let's start showing you these goodies. Okay, so here we are in Henford and Bagley on the 64x64. I have a lot here to show you. Please ignore this for a little bit. I will be showing you this in a bit. That's from the promo shot. I thought I'd leave this little setup here to show you what we did, and it's got a good example of how you can use a few of them. I did plan to do a build with this pack right now. I've been saying that all along. I've been saying I'll be back with a build. Unfortunately, this is only half of the set, so I decided it's not really time for a build yet. I'll be back with a build after part 2 has been released and we have the whole entire set, so I can do some kind of awesome build. But for now, it's just an overview video of part 1, and in this part we focus on the foundation building blocks to your home and exactly everything you need to create the perfect, we're going to call it the barn conversion. Our idea was a traditional barn that had a modern extension, so it's kind of all of the items you need in order to create that look, but of course you can use them in a cottage as well, and they're going to pair really nicely with the items that came in cottage living too. So I think I'm going to start from the front here. There are a lot of items, as you can see. This is all of them. A quick overview. This is all of them. If you haven't got time to watch everything, this is it all. This is everything. There's one of everything out here. But yeah, I'll talk through everything and all the little details, because I think you guys seem to respond well and like it when I go through like what our entire process was and things like that. So first, the first item that actually got made of the set as well would be our combination of columns and spandrels. So every barn needs some good beams, and that was the one thing that we said we needed in the set was beams. So we have these functional columns. They are functional, they aren't decorative anymore. God bless Olga that came up with this tutorial for how to create functional columns and spandrels in The Sims 4, because I am no genius at this technical stuff, but she came up with it, and Felix tirelessly followed the tutorial and taught himself how to make all of these. They are a game changer, and something that we definitely wanted to include was these. And yeah, so these columns, what's cool about this column is that it's kind of different on every side. So if you look, you can make it all look different. It's got lots of hold on, my dad told me they are not cracks, they are shakes in the wood. There are different shakes in the wood, and you got different sides. So each side is different. So if you have like a whole long corridor of these, or you have a lot of these in a build, you can just rotate them so that they have a different look and they don't look so repetitive. But yeah, so spandrels, we have one that has this arch and then this little joining detail. Sorry, this joint detail, and then we have ones that just go straight across. These straight across ones are meant to be the ones that you put inside a house to make them look like you have beams going across the ceiling. So yeah, if you just want to go straight across, you have this plain one, and then if you want it to enter the arch, you also have this arch option. Of course, as always, you're gonna see lots of swatches, so many swatches. We have, I'll go through all the swatches on here. So we have a white, we have the creme, we have a light wood. No, that's not. This is just called, I'll go through the colours again. You guys liked it when I did it in the living room. White, creme, number 3. I don't know if you can tell, but this is in the 3rd position. So it's called number 3. Couldn't think of a name. It's called number 3. Then we have grey, we have light wood. We've tweaked the light wood slightly for this one, and we have oak. Oak is a completely new colour that we've put in for this. We couldn't do oak framed buildings and not have a proper oak colour, so that's what we've got there. Then we have our usual light wood, light mid wood, the medium wood, we call this your wood because it came from my colour palette, so it's called your wood. We have the warm brown, the dark brown, mud, black, and then we have this duck egg blue, which I think was previously in some of my sets, and then we have this light green that's from Felix's, but we call this the Cotswolds green. This green is everywhere. We were definitely heavily inspired by our trip to the Cotswolds last year, and just everywhere had this green. This is exact green, or a variety, slightly different shade variations of it. All the windows and doors are in this colour, so this was very much a needed colour. And then we also have a red, because, you know, why not? And those are all of the colours. Everything is kind of in these colours. This is the shorter variety of colours. There's more actual colours in some of the other items, but for this kind of, you know, yeah, I don't think you're expecting to have a yellow beam, to be quite honest. So we kept it with the kind of traditional colours, with the few of the outside things have these 3 colours, as well as all of these, which we just class as wood colours. So yes, let me go through all of that, put that back. So those are the first bits. Then we have this wall decoration of the arched spandrel. So you can put this along. Let's do this, and seamless. You just go along there, and you can put all your bits out, and that's really cool. Let me show you over here. Excuse me, this is actually meant to be on a medium height, but I needed the tall wall height to show you all the items. So you can see here that it works really well to like finish off the top of the wall. So I've put it along here underneath the windows, which, sorry, sneak peek. As you can see, this was our little setup for our promo shot, and the cow is still in there. I'll show you behind the scenes in a little bit, and you'll see it's not so pretty behind there. But yeah, it makes a good trim on the outside, but also you can't ever use spandrels and walls together, so this way you can get the look of combining them, but you can make this as long as you want. You've got the end pieces, and of course it comes in all of the same colours as the spandrels do, blah, 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 as per usual. Now you have this little corbel as well. We have it over here. The idea of this corbel was for like accents on the windows, and also we have this I really need to change this back to medium again. I'm gonna keep doing this, sorry. Oh, whoops, wrong. Oh, I really mucked that up. Right, perfect. Let's change you to medium. Yep, so being like supporting under these trusses. Of course I'll show you those little, that's the next item I'm going to show you, but the cobbles just there, I put those by putting a wall across and then putting them up there and then deleting out the wall. But yeah, it's always great to have them in roof lines as well, so they fit perfectly in there. But just a tiny detail. I think all of this was kind of giving you all those tiny details so you can make it look lived in and make it look a bit more realistic. Then that was the corbel here, and that of course comes all the same colors as those. And then we have this cornerstone, and this may look like it's one piece, but it is not. It's several. So you can put this, as much as we love a good edge detail on a build, but unfortunately making them into those wallpapers that you have in The Sims with the edges, they just never put the edges where you want them, do they? So we've given you ones that are a bit more 3D, and you can put them there. They're in the stone colors that we've used in the set, so you'll have all of these, and they'll match the windows and they'll match the wallpapers as well that we've added into the game. So yeah, these ones, we've made sure that you can place these even when you don't have move objects on. You can still place these and stack them up. So any wall height, these are going to match because they're only one tile high. And yeah, when they go together, which is really cool, which is this is the piece that Felix worked on, is that they like look sharp there, but when you put them together, they are perfectly rounded at the corner, and it's a really cute detail. And I am going to be using these. I'm so happy that we finally have, what are these called, coins? We're calling them cornerstones because not everyone knows what a coin is. In one of our sets, that I can just use these all the time when I finally get a chance to build. So yeah, next one is these trusses. So they come in two parts. I've shown you this together. They come in two parts, and ideally they're meant to be in front of these big windows here in the background, and in like the apex of your roof, but they can also be used indoors. But just a slight asterisk caveat. Of course, in the game, when we want to create something, it doesn't always quite go to plan how we want to. So inside a roof, if you do put something inside a roof, you'll notice that there is outdoor lighting. So if you do use these, they can be placed very easily. Let me put my grid on. Don't get too. Oh, I don't have a proper thing there. Let me do a thing here. So you can put them on your... What size is this? I need a 2.5. There we go. You can put these like this inside of your builds and then put your roof on top of it. But yeah, you will have outdoor lighting if you do it like this, but you can also move them up from the level below. Of course, it's a bit more fiddly, but you know, this is The Sims. If pain is what you're going to have to deal with, pain, if you want to get it working perfectly. Of course, also, I would highly recommend at this point that you get the tool mod, because you could move it exactly to the right place, and then you'd have the perfectly lit trusses without having to use the 9 key so hard. As you can see, it's kind of fiddly, but worth it. So with that one, you'd have this one here, you would have indoor lighting because you moved it up with the 9 key, or a tool. As long as you move it up from the actual room below, you'll be good. And if you just place it like these ones, then you're going to have outdoor lighting. But it all depends. When you're in, like, living in there and you're using it, you are not going to see them anyway. So depends whether or not you're using these to take a nice cool screenshot, or if you actually want to use the build and move your Sims in there. So that's those trusses, and of course different sizes, so you can go as wide as a 8 tile room and have these in there, or an 8 tile wide roof. But of course you could like separate these out and then make a straight bit in the middle. That's fine. But yeah, those are those trusses. Those were like one of those items I thought that maybe there was more CC versions of, and we looked and didn't really find any because of that whole indoor outdoor lighting issue. So yeah, Sims team, if you would like to make your roofs have indoor lighting, because technically they are actually indoors, that would be great. Thank you. So next we have a foundation, which I don't think many people would find. Oh, quick note on finding items. You can search for everything in the set by searching ORJÁNIC in your search bar. It's going to come up with all of these items, but there are some items that you can't search by if you just type in a keyword. One would be wallpapers, floors, foundations, roofs, columns, spandrels. So you'll have to go searching for those ones by yourself. They will not come up in a search like this unless you know the specific title of the item. So that's how it goes. Then we have this foundation here, which you can't find by searching, and I'll go through all the swatches. So these match the stone walls that we also have. These are a recolor from the cottage living, and so is the stone one as well. But these all got, I think I've struggled for a long time to try and find a good brick foundation that will go with everything. I really loved these ones, but they have this hideous diamond on them. So the idea was to make you have some cute foundations for all of these builds that were just not good basics. I think that's like a common thing we have, is some good basics and then some show-stopping pieces. So then we also have some roof recolors. I love this roof. It's the default roof in the game. And also this one is the roof that I use for all of my builds in Henfield or Bagley. I think if I'm not doing thatched, it is this roof. But I've done some good recolors so that you have a huge variety of colors of roofs that you can do. These ones are like not really supposed to match anything else, but they're just good roof colors. So you can do a variety of different builds. We're heavily inspired by European farmhouses and barns, but you can really use these for any style you want to. It all depends what colors you decide to pick. So yeah, a whole load of swatches. We just need some good basics in roof tiles, and that's what we've given you here. So again, in this one we have all of the same colors as the other one as well. And yeah, I just for country I always use these, and Felix doesn't like higgledy-piggledy ones, so we did this one, which is slightly more regimented, and so you've got a huge variety to be able to pick from for whatever style build you do. And of course you can use these on your cottage builds too, doesn't just have to be a huge barn. Now we have two completely new roofs, which are two glass roofs. We did these wallpapers that you'll see in a bit, and also these columns, and this whole idea of being an oak frame house. And these are to go on maybe a greenhouse or a conservatory, and we have them here. So they match, they have all of the same wood swatches as we do in all of the columns, all of the spandrels, and all of the wallpapers, and all of the doors, so that you can have like a seamless look of all of the different columns and spandrel combos. So really this would be great for a greenhouse if you want to do that. Combine it with the windows that I'm going to show you in a little bit, and it's going to be seamless, perfect greenhouse. Plop this on top, got all the windows around the outside, beautiful. So those are these two. So you have one that is like a 2 tile gap, those match our 2 tile windows, and then you have one that is a single tile gap, and that matches our single tile windows. So depending on what windows you use, you've got a roof that's going to match seamlessly and give you like the whole overall look. Then I think that's all of those little itty bitties. I'm going to delete these out so that we don't have anything in the way for the next row. Wow, that did not delete very well. Okay. And then next row. Okay, next row is the tiny little bits. This is kind of like the preview of what's coming for part 2. We're still working on the foundations, but we thought like a fireplace is probably one of the foundations of a build. So we got this big, huge fireplace with this wooden mantle on it, and then we also have this wood burner, whole load of swatches to match this wallpaper we have here in the background. This is a timber and plaster wallpaper. There's 3 of them. So we have this one, which is plain. I'm going to show it to you on here. So it just has the beam across the top. Then you have the one where it's got like a 1 tile gap between the timbers, and then you have one where it's like just a half a tile gap. So you can kind of mix and match these if you want this to look a bit more lived in and higgledy-piggledy. You can kind of just plop in one of these narrower ones somewhere and just make it look a little bit more less regimented and kind of more lived in, so you can mix and match that. They come in a whole load of swatches, as you can see down here. There's a whole load, and all of the wood tones, you've at least got 1 swatch for all of the spandrel and column wood tones, so you'll be able to match in. And because we have this wallpaper, this fireplace then kind of coordinates and matches with the walls, so you've got at least 1 swatch for each wood tone, and that combines well with this wall, so all of the color combinations work perfectly with it. And then just because in the Your Brown swatch I did the black, and I thought that's a strong look, also added in the grey as well for a second option, but all the others are pretty neutral, and yeah, they look super duper cute. So I'm going to get my sim self to just light this so you can see what it looks like. And I love the extra details that Felix added in, like the smoke details, and this is huge. Look, it is like as tall as me, and my sim self is pretty damn tall. Not me in real life. So yeah, it looks super cute, and all the burns and all the cracks in the wood and the stone. I think that's one of my favorite items. And it's just so cozy. Of course, you're going to need quite a large room for that. So we also have you covered with the wood burner. One of the things, I think I got this question quite a lot in cottage living, was, is there a wood burner? And I was like, sorry, there's no wood burner in cottage living. And then I was like, hell yeah, we're going to put a wood burner in this set. So loads of different swatches. There we go. We've got some slots up here as well, so you can put clutter items if you want to. And lots of just different swatches. These are kind of more unique and not really meant to match in. They're all like, it's metal. So there you go, your wood burner. I'm going to get my sim self to light this as well, because I always feel like they look so much better when they are lit rather than just sitting there stationary. Just hurry along, light it. Boop. There we go, all lit up. Your wood burner, so that can be perfect for your smaller houses. And then we have the last, these are, I think we only have like 3 items in this that are windows and doors and like build things. This is very much a build set, which would be this rose bush. These rose bushes were added in with cottage living, and I think they are just delicious. Normally they are in live edit objects, so you can place those, but I made a potted version of them. They look super cute. They look good this size, and also a really good size down one as well, so you can have a huge variety. Of course, swatches galore, different rose colours, and the 3 different pot colours. We got white, we got grey, and we got this like rusty bronzy colour. And white roses, we have these gradient roses. You probably can't tell, they are gradient. They just got pink little edges, and then they go to a cream rose, and then we have yellow roses, we've got purple, we've got this peachy pink, and the red ones. So that little pot there, and I love using them outside of the barn doors. They're just kind of epic, and that's those that like full size as well. Now next we have some more wallpapers. The stone and the brick are recolors from cottage living, but as I said, everything's base game compatible with this, and they have lovely colours, but they don't match our items perfectly. So all of these stone colours, brick colours, they match all of the windows that have stone around them or wood around them, all of those things. So this one, we have quite a huge variety. These are like Felixander's 4 stone colours that he always has on everything. So you have that one, and then this one, and this one, and this one. I'm just going to show you in these, and then we did some like special ones. We've done like with a brighter background, a bit more, the stones stand out a bit more. And then we have this one that's kind of a bit more like fairy tale-ish, mini tiny cottage like. And then this one again, kind of more fairy tale-y. I feel like we're in the middle of a forest somewhere or something. And then this one as well. I just liked these ones because they had a bit more variety. And I'm going to tell you now that this stone wall was done by myself, and it was a labour of love because I had to mask out every single stone individually so that I could recolour, so I could do these like 4 special swatches. I had to mask them out individually to make sure that I only got the stone and not the grout around it. So yeah, an hour and a half it took to mask out all of the stones, but it was so worth it. And now I get to tell you what ridiculousness there was to do just a simple recolor. But yeah, the stone walls that came with cottage living are awesome, but I just wanted to kind of mix them up and do our own version that matched all of our items. Then we have the brick wall. This brick wall, of course, is epic, comes in all the same base colours. This one also comes in a few of our normal paint colours. So there's the white, there's the creme. You can't really tell the difference out here in the open, but indoors you can tell more of a colour difference. And then the grey, and then we also have mud as well, which I think this brick is epic. The mud with like a lighter grout, I'm going to be using that one a lot. Then we have these beveled siding walls. This is something that I really wanted in the set because to me this is like Tudor timber barns always have siding on them like this overlapping siding, and this is my challenge to do this. So this is a brand new wallpaper. It comes in all of the wood tones that I've already showed you in the spandrels, including these 3 like special colours that we kind of done everything in, including Cotswolds green because it's just epic, and those red barns. If you're in a Scandi country, you're probably going to see some red barns like that. And then also over here with the Tudor barns, they're normally probably black. So we have this one is probably my favourite swatch because it's our mud tone, but with the highlights they're kind of more brown, so it looks like it's a bit of a worn out look to the wood rather than it just being like freshly painted. So those are all of the 6 wallpapers that are in it. Then I've almost nearly forgotten this very important floor. So we have this flagstone floor, again something that is more on the British side would be a flagstone floor. We love a good flagstone floor on our farms, and same stone colors again, and then a few like different variety ones. So you've got a swatch for any possible variety that you need, and these in like your kitchen I can imagine would be pretty damn epic. I love this color as well, and it's got like this whole mottled look, and yeah, these were super duper cute. And oh, special note on this wallpaper, a special shout out has to go to this colorway. This colorway was inspired by a photo that Felix took of the windows that ended up in this set. He was out visiting family and saw this farm, this building. I don't even know what the building was. It had painted cows on the side. I don't know if it was just a farmhouse or if it was a shop or what it was, but he took pictures of the windows and they ended up in the set. They were the inspiration for the traditional ones, and behind them was this like cobblestone wall I think they're called like flint stones, just the round stones, and there was lots of greys and brown tones and all that. So this swatch is dedicated to that inspiration, and so that's the German coming through into the set. So then we have the start of the epic journey that is windows and doors. We've done all the others, we're now on to windows and doors. I've divided them up kind of by the sets that they are designed into. So we have a few different styles and varieties in this set. So these would be the traditional windows and doors. Everything that is in the traditional set comes with the stone option and just the all wooden option. So the stone always has wood on the inside because that's meant to be the inside, and that's for the outside. But then we have the wood variety. So of course you could have a whole siding building, and they would look great if you just had the siding and the wood one rather than having the stone surround. So if you've got stone, you can have either or. Yeah, and then again, lots of swatches. This time, of course, there's less wood tones because you have to do the combination of stone. But we've got all of these. We've got a kind of palette of 5 different woods that always appear with the stones. So in the like 4 stones, they always have the 5 colors, and then we kind of plop it in a few that look kind of cute as well. So you've got all these colors with the stones. Definitely always got your white, your, I think this is light mid, or is it mid? No, this is mid. Then your brown, the mud, and then the Cotswolds green. And just go through all of these swatches, and I think the handle detail on this has to be the cutest little thing I've seen. And again, the like keyhole and everything, and it looks so 3D, and I can tell you now that is 100% completely flat. There is no geometry there. It's a flat door, and it just looks so cute. And then we have all of these different tones. Oh, and we've also got this blue as well. And all of these again, and then the more unusual ones have a few basics with them. So you're going to find a stone surround that's always going to match with the wallpapers that are in the set. And then the wooden version has more colours, believe it or not, because it is just the wood. You can do more combos. We've got every single wood tone that we have in the set, and then we have all of the different colours that we also have. So I think there's 20 different colours for wood and paint, and then they've been combined for all of the wood varieties of the doors. And then we have this shorter traditional window, and of course all the same swatches as the front door. And then the wooden one again has all of the same swatches as the wooden door. So you'll have like a bigger variety of wood colours in the wooden versions, but you can mix and match and combine them, and they're just going to look pretty damn epic. So again, then we have the taller one, all the same swatches. Ooh. And then we come on to the next one, which is these stable doors. I think in America you call them Dutch doors. I don't know if they call them that in the Netherlands. They must be called Dutch doors for a reason, but I call them stable doors, and that's what they're labelled as, stable doors. And so we have 2 of them. There is one that is closed. Your sim will walk just straight through that, the whole door will open. And then we have this open one, which this always stays open, and then your sim will come along and the bottom of the door will open. I wanted to show this off, so I'm just gonna have Felix and his himself just come along, and then if I do it, there's a lot of doors for him to pick through, so I hope he picks the right one to show off now. Yes, there we go, and it opens and it goes through. So you have that one and you have that one, and of course they come in a whole variety of colours because you can't get enough. These are kind of, we see these more on like a side entrance, maybe the kitchen entrance or something to your house, and so it has all of the same wood colours, a lot more, so you can have an accent. We saw these in like more colours than, like the columns and spandrels are wood tones plus three 3 paints, but these are in all of the paints and all of the wood tones. So you can have a bright red door if you want, and you could also have this blue one is pretty damn epic too. Then we come on to this interior door. I'm just going to delete you out, sorry, because what is very important about this interior door is also the reverse of it. So I want to show you the front and the back. And this detail, I think this was one of the first pins we pinned to Pinterest, was this door, and Felix was like, I just want that door. So yeah, this was my little project to make this one, and it was so cute to have all these like details, all this like higgledy-piggledy wood, and it was kind of, it's just an epic door on all proportions, to be quite honest. And it's, I think the great thing about this set is there's like a big variety of doors, but they aren't the same, but they all go together, if you get what I mean. So they're kind of more of a set of what looks good. Of course, you're never going to have all doors in something that's that old, like an old barn conversion. You're not probably going to have doors that all match. If you do, you probably just renovated it just now. But that wasn't really the look we were going for. We're looking for old versus new. So you've got all the wood tones in here. I've only done wood tones because this one, I feel like it's a slightly older door. Maybe an original item that was in the barn. So this one only has wood, but I think that's one of the favourite details I've done, is this little hinge here and the handle and all of the wooden dowels. That's how they would keep all of the battens together. All the pieces of the door would be to dowel through like this, and I think they're pretty damn cute. So I think this is probably one of the items that you've been waiting to see, would be the barn doors. Again, I'm going to get Felix to display and show off this barn door. If you go here, please, thank you very much, and then go here. As you can see, slides across and just pops on through. So yep, it is a fully functional sliding barn door. It's more on the modern side. We class this as an interior door because if it was exterior, you'd be able to see out, because the door is actually in front of the frame. So yeah, you can do it. If that doesn't bother you, then feel free to use it as an exterior one too. But yeah, it has like the rail along here, and we have some options for this. So we have the closed one, your sim slides through, then the one that's permanently open. It looks cute when you have like the combination of the closed ones and the open ones inside the house. And then we just have the arched for it, just by itself, and I'll show you all of the colors that it comes in. So this comes in all of the different woods plus paints, and then the rail also changes. So we have either a black wood, or we have a silver, black metal or a silver metal, and that goes through for all of them. So typically if you have a Cotswolds green and it's got metal on it, it is normally in this silver color. So that's like a lighter tone. So yeah, we've got all these colors. These ones, we have the black, we have charcoal, we have the duck egg blue, puke, because everyone loves puke, forest green, we have the Cotswolds green, yellow, and red. Because I told you before, you know, it's red. We were very imaginative with sun color names, but no, not really with red. So that's those are for the medium wall height, and then this is the short wall height option. They look particularly very short here because this is a tall wall, but I'll show them to you on the short wall height. See, they'll fit into your little cottages as well. Super cute. Or if you built like into the loft area, they would also look really nice there. So again, same colors. I'm going to delete all of these out so that we can see behind here. Bye bye, beautiful doors. It was nice knowing you. Then we have, of course, one of the another stars of the show would be the huge arched barn doors and windows. As you can see, there is a whole set of them, a whole huge variety of them. So everything has the stone version, the wooden version, just like the traditional ones. These have the stone and a wooden version, always the wood inside because that's just the way it goes. So they all come in the tallest wall height and also the medium wall height. These are not for your short walls. A barn would not be on the shortest wall height, so that's why we don't have for the shortest, but you also have the other doors to cater for your short walls. And then I'm just going to show you all of the gorgeous swatches. Again, the same ones as the front door, I'm pretty sure. These ones, so you have your stone and your wood combos. And then you also have the wooden version that has all of the colours. So you're good to go there. And then we're going to show you these. These are detachable. These are separate items. These are the barn door wings. So whatever colour you got in there, you're going to also be able to have in here. So these come in all the colours. So if you want a red one for your red door, you can do so. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to say live your best red door life. So those are the door wings. So you have a left and a right version, and then that's for the tallest one, and then you have the accompanying one for the medium wall height as well. I love the way that it looks so short on here. There's nothing short about this door because it's on the tallest wall height. It looks so short, but there we go for the medium wall height. I think really we designed this set to be on the medium wall height. That's the vibe we get from it, but you can use it on so many more. So then we have the full door one in the tall, medium, stone and wood. Then we have the tall stone arch. So these ones look really cool if you put them in like a half wall and it looks like you maybe got a walled garden, or you've got like the side entrance or something like that. Again, tall, medium, wood, stone, and then we have these huge windows which are damn near epic. Of course, you could put the barn doors on here as well, so they look like shades. They are meant to go on the wood bit. That's where they're designed to go and attach to the wood. And I can match you in like this. Ba-da-da. So yeah, we also have the window versions too in the tall and the medium. And now, last but no means least, the final oak frames that you get in the set. Whoa, this is a long one. So we have these sloped windows. It was a labour of love to make sure that you could place these without move objects on, so you are welcome. They do place. The game really doesn't want you to put stuff in roofs, but I tricked it, I fooled it. So these are really designed to go inside roofs, and I'm going to now go to my favourite little mock-up over here and show you them in action. So yes, I had a set of these windows many years ago in my mods folder, and I have wanted them ever since, and this was the perfect opportunity to make them. They come in a huge variety of woods plus paints, the same as the spandrels and everything. And the heights, you basically just take them, and you can see that was one. You have centerpieces and you have side pieces. So the centerpieces like this, depending how wide it is, but if you just plonk this is a very precise word, if you just plonk your roof, it is always at this 45-degree angle. So no matter how wide you make it, you'll always be using these same windows. So don't change the height of the roof, then they won't fit in perfectly. But if you just put this default roof out and change it to whatever width you need, you can make it fit them in. And yeah, they do look really good combined with the corbels as well as little accents and then the trim underneath. I think this just showcases everything perfectly. And oh, I did say I was going to show you this. This is behind the scenes action. This is our cow for our image. He is like tabbed up, he's floating. He's 9 keyed up a couple of times to make sure he fits perfectly in this stable door. So no, the stable doors are not functional for the pet sheds, the animal sheds, but they do look damn cute. They're meant to be for your kitchens, okay? So yeah, I'll just show you like How many tiles is this? You should be able to do any tiled roof up to, I think, about 10 tiles, maybe 8. I think it's 9. I think you can do up to 9 tiles wide without having to do another little extra mini set of windows, because if you look, the wider you get, the more there is like a second level. But you can go as wide as you want. You'll just have to have another like thick kind of border between the windows. Like if you did it like this, you'd have to put in a regular window in there and then do the pointy ones, the slope ones up above. Is that the right one? No. There we go. So yeah, you can do any size you want, but up to 9 tiles, and you won't have to have this extra border. That's the one, extra trim. But it looks cute because when you put the two together, they're meant to, what have I got on this? It's got like this little channel, so it's just an extra little design detail, so it looks like there's a little groove going across all of the windows when you put them together, if you have them on a double story as well. And yeah, these windows were like the item that I really wanted in the set. We normally come into it, there's one item that we really want. This was my like have to have bit, was these windows, and I'm so glad that we managed to do them. So you have the slope ones, you have the centerpieces. All you need to do is just rotate them, these ones, to do the other side. If you just press the arrow keys, you can make them go and slope the other way. So you actually only need one of them, and you just rotate them because they are the same on both sides. So yeah. Then we have the full height ones. Change the back up. We have the full height ones in a single tile, so the short, medium, tall. This is a counter one because we don't like our counters, our kitchen counters, covering up our windows, do we? No, we don't. So when you are on the shortest wall height, you can have your window all the way at the top, a full height lovely window, and you can have your counter underneath, because counters are 1 tile high. So you will not clip into your windows, I promise you. That's wanting to add in this little counter height one so that you could still have the look of having all of these windows along maybe your kitchen, but where the counters are, you can have these shorter ones, and then where there aren't counters, you can go back to your tall ones. And again, you can achieve exactly the same look on the taller wall heights by using like the shorter windows. So if you're on the tallest wall height, you'd use the medium one so that your counters just don't clip. No clipping. Yeah, and then we have the 2 tile version, and then we also have a sliding door version, so you can have your seamless look with these all the way around. And double stories and building up into roofs as well is what I want to see a lot of, because they look epic. So that is every single thing in the set. I just want to finish it off by telling you a little story about the promo shot, because we hope you like the promo shot. I'm going to put it up on screen now. Okay, lovely promo shot, and it was all done on this set, but we originally were going to do a full-on American Gothic style image to convey this set, but it didn't quite work out. Let's say this set was delayed by 1 day because we couldn't get the right promo shot. So I just want to share with you that we started that promo shot at like 2:30 and didn't finish till 11:30 doing the promo shot, because we did a whole entire setup to make it look like the American Gothic painting, and then it looked hideous. So and then we reused a pose that was meant to be used for the living room. That was like our number 2 pick for that. It was just a labor of love, so I wanted to share with you how much of a labor of love it was, getting all the right poses, getting this cow in the right place. There's the cow's butt was like it many times facing out here. The chickens, luckily, you can pick up and move in buy mode, because boy was that helpful. Plus the bunny as well. The little bunny came out of the log. We put a log down and straight away a bunny came out. So just everything came together finally. But anyway, this was part 1 of the set. Part 2 is going to be out in exactly 1 month's time, and it's going to be covering all of the interior bits that you need: the sofas, the hallway tables, the benches with blankets on, because those are the 3 items that we've already done. So those are the ones that I'll name you. But yeah, everything for interior of your barn. This was kind of like just the foundation blocks, and then we get to do all the pretty delicious looking stuff, plus plants. Of course there will be plants next month. But anyway, again, this is now out, available on early access. There is a link below to take you to either my Patreon or Felix Sanders' Patreon. It's available on both of them. Thank you so much for all of your support. Without you guys supporting us on early access, we would not be able to bring you consistently these huge sets. So thank you to everyone that does support. And it will be available for free, as I said, on the 6th of August. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back with part 2. Bye guys.